Casey's Audio Vault.
Steve Lips Kudlow from Anvil.
October 23rd, 2009. Their documentary, Anvil, The Story of Anvil, has made them famous. They played Rock on the Range for us this past summer. And Steve, I realize you guys just were flown out to Japan for a big festival. How was that?
Yeah, it was great, man. Well, it's been great. The whole year's been great.
How big was this one compared to any of the other bigger festivals you've done this year?
Nothing is going to compare to Moncton, New Brunswick.
That was the
AC/DC,
of course.
72,000 people.
Did that kind of stop your heart when you first walked on stage?
I didn't even have to walk on stage, and they were already cheering. That stopped my heart. Pretty out there, man. Let me tell you, absolutely mind-boggling. It's such an irony in a certain sense because Anvil's depended on its, in order for our existence, on everywhere else but Canada, because the record industry, the recording industry here is so hurting, it doesn't really support music like I do. So I always have to find the financing and everything from outside our country. And here, most of my career, all my labels have been in Europe, and here we are playing the biggest show of our lives in Canada. It's as if the people have always been there, but the business isn't.
I guess over the years, you would kind of rely on, like you said, people and businesses from outside the country. Do you find there's a lot of camaraderie within the metal community? You end up going on tour and getting a lot of help from other bands and fans?
There is now, but it's because when one band sees another band succeeding, they want some of it too. It's a very, very selfish, nasty business. And no matter at what level you're at, you deal with those elements because that's what's there. That's what rules. You want to go out with big bands, you have to have something that's worthy for you to be there. Financial or popularity, hype, for whatever reason. But you have to have something to offer in order to get something back.
Is it strange almost giving up control? You kind of had it's your show. You made all the decisions. You did everything. You coiled up your cables. You did everything. Is it weird sort of letting other people do that for you?
Absolutely. It's been brutal, actually. To be really honest about it, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to knowing every detail, and it's hard to let go. How couldn't it be? And you're doing it with extreme paranoia because when you don't have the control, you worry what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like, here, I'll let you drive. Well, now I don't have control over the car. It's a weird feeling. It is, to be a passenger.
Well, you've got a new album out. This is 13. You also have Anvil, The Story of Anvil on DVD in stores. Got an extended interview with Lars. I was reading online. You guys are already working on number 14 on the albums.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you never stop. Actually, all the writing is done. Now it's just a question of the time. With all this stuff, there's no time. I mean, I'm all over the world, man. So what do you do for time?
Is there a re-release for these old albums? Or can people still find these relatively easily if they go on your website or anywhere?
No.
Is that
I'm not really sure what we're doing in that regard yet. I've just been involved with the new management, record companies, and everything else that comes with this sudden fame, and I'm waiting for people to tell me what they think we should do. Like, this is pretty rapid, all this success, you got to understand. I mean, it might not look that way, but it is. I just did the Conan O'Brien Tonight Show, and more people saw me in 10 minutes than in 30 years. So it changes things virtually overnight, and it makes everything that much more complicated.
I'm guessing you don't have time for it, but did you quit your day job?
Absolutely. That went a while ago.
That must have felt okay.
It felt okay, but everything has balances. There's no consistency to the way the money is flowing right now. So you could go 4 weeks and not make any money, and then at the end of the 4 weeks, you'll get all the money you should have had over the last 4 weeks. So it's in spits and spurts, and sometimes it's very insecure and a tight feeling. But on the upside, I'm not having to go to that job. So really, there's nothing to complain about. But life is a balance. It's never easy because you're living right to the edge no matter what you do. The more I'll make, the more expenses there will be. It always works that way. It's never, wow, look at all the money I'm making. It's like, look at what it's costing me to make this money.
Does Anvil appear in the Green Hornet film? Is that a rumor or is that the real deal?
That's the real deal.
Now, what kind of scene is this? You guys in a bar playing?
Yeah, we're in a bar playing. What else?
You've been doing it for 30 years.
It's so natural, you know what I mean? It's just like another gig. Yeah, so? Pretty funny.
Work like that kind of comes in just through a phone call. Like they phone you, hey, we want you in this movie.
Like what has happened is the movie really, really touched a lot of people in the entertainment field, no matter what it is. I mean, to such a degree that they all want us involved. They all want to get involved, and in one way or another. So we're getting asked to be in movies, TV things, all kinds of stuff like that. Because there's notoriety with all this. So it's what happens when something like this happens, I suppose, and you take it one day at a time, and you make sure that your interests are covered, so that you're not being taken advantage of. It's you know, I haven't been through this before, but I'm not 20 years old, so it's with a lot of wisdom that I go in with all this stuff. It's not like, hey, look at me.
Now, of course, you're talking about the documentary Anvil, the story of Anvil, very highly acclaimed, currently on DVD. Now, outside metal fans, what made this movie so successful? What did people see in Anvil?
Inspiration to follow your dreams and never giving up. You know, perseverance, dedication, family, the common fabric of all mankind, really. It's a global thing. It's not just centered in any one particular place. It's being embraced everywhere. It's quite remarkable. And the thing about it that's most profound is we're finding there's a commonality that people are finding in this than in any other movie that's been out for years. It's quite unusual in that regard, that it has the demographics that are so wide and for something that would be considered so narrow as heavy metal. But the heavy metal thing is really only the backdrop. It's certainly not in the forefront.
Now, I'm sure a lot of interviews that you've been doing over the past year have pretty much followed the same line of questioning that we have just done about a new album, about the rise of success, the DVD. Was there any questions that you kind of wish somebody would ask you?
Not really.
No?
Just about everything has been asked. I've opened my whole life out for the world to look at. So everything that has to do with that has been asked. And it's pretty much been revealed, so there's not much more to be said. It's pretty bizarre, really.
Is that strange to you, just exposing yourself, like completely opening up your life at this point in your life?
Once again, more balance. I've completely traded off all my privacy for notoriety. But in a certain essence, I think all artists do in the long run, whether they like to or not. You know, whether it's a paparazzi following you around and taking candid pictures of you, or everybody wants to know anyway, and they eventually find out. So what's the difference? I mean, that's the way I kind of looked at it. Being directly honest and show it as it really is, it's probably more beneficial in the long run. People are going to eventually know it anyway, one way or another, through your music, through your whatever. Anybody famous gets known one way or another. So this way, I get it all up front. I did it all up front as opposed to over longevity. So it's still the same thing in the long run. So I'm really good with it. It's no problem.
Well, Lips, thanks for coming on the Rock Report, and we're hoping to see Anvil back in Winnipeg. You guys did Rock on the Range earlier this summer. It'd be nice to get another Canadian tour and have you back on the prairies.
Sure, that would be amazing, man.
All right, thanks again. Take care.
Okay, you too.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.